Welcome back to the World Beach Ultimate Club Championships. We are here in the mixed division as Foo Fighters from Singapore take on Guambats from Guam in this blustery, no, not wet at the moment, but it's been tough weather conditions. Liam Grant alongside Anna Anasovic, better known as Nas. How are you getting on, Nas?
I'm really good. My last name actually has 2 S's in it, which is where my nickname comes from, but that's all right. You know, I'll take whatever is given to me. I'm just happy to be here for another fantastic game of Beach Ultimate.
Yeah, it looks like we have Singapore starting on offense in white, and they're going downwind as well. It's kind of an upwind, downwind game at the moment with a strong breeze coming in off the sea here in, I usually say picturesque Portimão, but it's looking a little cloudy, ominous. I think today's our one bad day of weather, so you're allowed to have one day.
It's picturesque in a spooky way.
And we see a zone straight off the bat from Guam, forcing a bit of a sideline trap.
And it looks like a girl cup as well, which I always love to see.
So quick chance to break for Guam, but they chuck it away. As we see Tim anchoring the handler space for Foo Fighters along with Randall. And this zone, that kind of 3-person cup trying to trap on this near sideline. Doing pretty well for Guam so far. Singapore blading one around the back, trying to gain some yards here before the cup recovers. Now back to Randall. And again, just a lot of action from Randall and Tim in the handler space. No real look downfield. Another brilliant block from Guam. Looking to break early here. The zone really stifling the Singapore team, and they launch one straight away, coast to coast, back in the end zone. And that's a fantastic goal and a break for Guam. The Guambats showing up here in their first point.
Strong way to start the game. Foo Fighters did get out of that zone pretty successfully once, but just struggled to make the yards downfield. It looked like they had a bit too much separation between their handlers and the downfield.
See that? Bit of a lazy forehand straight to the back of the end zone. I think that's Jessica Toff with the goal. Kind of hard to see the numbers here. We'll try and get them right. I know there's a lot of people supporting this Guam team at home. It's not my first time I've actually covered. I covered Guam back at the World Beach Ultimate Championships in Orion.
Yeah, whoever designed that Guam kit, that contrast is not up to scratch.
They are the colors of Guam, definitely that blue and reds, but difficult to see at times. But definitely a man I recognize, Matthew Heibel, better known as Sunshine. I'm pretty sure he's the only Sunshine we're going to see today. Too much muscle on that one from Sunshine. So brilliant start for the Guambats, getting that upwind break. Let's see how the Singapore side do. Going upwind now. Randall again. This time just a match defense from Guam, but they get another block. And they're off to the races now, working with Sunshine. Some quick give-go action. And there's a shot to the end zone. Oh, and brilliantly caught. Hotly contested, and that is another break for Guam.
Another high blade too. I wonder if they're recognizing the overall height differences between the two teams. I think Guam has a little bit of an advantage across the board. Singapore Foo Fighters tend to enjoy their small ball, but it doesn't seem to be working out too well for them at the minute.
Some brilliant small ball action in the end zone. Running that give-go. Terrence Moultrie getting his first goal of the game. Coming out of Jacksonville originally, but living in Agana, Guam. And there's quite a few military personnel in Guam. One of the territories of the United States. Population, I think about 170,000 in Micronesia. Somewhere around there anyway, Pacific Islanders vibes.
That sounds about right. Foo Fighters are really going to need to work out their offense if they're going to get their foot on the ladder.
Coming out with a zone again. Foo Fighters already played 2 games this tournament and lost both on Universe 9-8.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been a tough start for the Foo Fighters. They're hoping to right that wrong here, but find themselves 2 breaks down already and have struggled against the zone. Beautiful inside shot to Molly. And now here's the jailbreak, looking to run that give-go. Can they get their first goal of the game? The easy shot is there, and it's a brilliant goal for the Foo Fighters. And that is Alexis with the opening goal for the Singapore side.
Nice to see their female matching players finally getting involved. They do tend to rely quite heavily on their male matching players, or at least they have been so far. I also had the pleasure of scrimming against them on Sunday, the day before the tournament started.
All right, tell us about that.
And they were a lovely team to play against. Very spirited, different style of ultimate, which is always really interesting to see and fun to play against. But there's a noticeable disparity in experience and confidence between their male and female matching players, I would say. And they did say that there are a considerable number of female matching players on their team who only have a few years under their belt. So it's probably one of their first big tournaments, which is very exciting.
It's the first time we're seeing the Guam O-line. This time Sunshine out there, I know. Looking to run a give goal, but looks like it's coming back for possibly a travel. Or maybe there was a call downfield anyway, but Guam will retain the disc. The Guambats going up line. Sunshine, the left-handed player, looking to shoot crossfield. That one's going to be low, but a brilliant catch.
Great pickup.
Plucks that one inches above the sands. Brilliant play. Guambats looking good out there.
Some great match defense from the Foo Fighters. Really tight on their shoulders, making those open unders difficult, which is your ideal option on a day like this. It's not quite gale force winds yet, but you're holding your breath if you put something up long.
And Austin Alfrino getting down and dirty, and with the clutch grab. Man originally coming out of Sharon, Pennsylvania, now living in Yigo, Guam. When people always ask me what my favorite flag is, I used to say the Guam flag.
Oh, really? What do you like about it?
It's kind of has a little drawing in the middle of it. You can actually see it in the corner of the shorts there. And there's a palm tree. I think it's Two Lovers Point is what they call it.
Huh. Have you ever been?
I've never been to Guam. I've thought about it. But yeah, it does look like a small bit like a child drew the flag, a vibe about that, but it's wholesome. It has a lot of history to it. It has kind of a red boundary which refers to the blood spilt in World War II there. Definitely.
Oh, a dark history.
Yeah, well, certainly a lot of history of conflict on the island. But the battles are taking place here on the sands of Portimão as Singapore working the small ball through the zone.
There we go.
Some beautiful give-go offense. Elaine Lee getting heavily involved there with Randall. And now we see the shot through the middle to Vanessa. Certainly moving the disc very fast here. Singapore, but then another, that's another fantastic block.
Yeah,
from
really well timed.
Nicholas Toft. The 46-year-old launches another feathery flick, chases down, take a bow. Nicholas Toft.
We've got 3 defenders waiting for Guam to come down. Oh, is that a timeout? Timeout called.
How's this block from Toft in the middle? Read the play, puts his hands into the cookie jar and knocks that one out.
Amazing sideburns.
Nice sideburns, nice side arm. He's got it all. I think there's a timeout here to let his teammates come catch back up with him. Everyone was just enjoying the shot from Toft and kind of forgot they need to go back up the play. So let's see what the 5 from Guam can do here.
Do you think it'll be a set play?
He probably has a few seconds on the stall on him. I think they're probably going to try and just reset the disc quickly and then maybe.
That would be the right thing to do.
See Jessica Toft on the line there as well. Beautiful scenes there in Praia de Rocha. I think it's about 20 fields here. It is quite a spectacle when you just arrive on the boardwalk and look down at the beach and just so much frizz.
It's great seeing all the foot traffic from the drone shot, and you can see where all the footsteps are happening on the field, most of which are in the playing area, and then you have some dry bits at the end of each end zone. Some untouched corners you can see near the cones. No footprints there. Just the odd toe-in, perhaps.
So Jared Holloway will have possession for Guam. Big smiles all around. Coming on the vertical sack, looking to reset straight away and possibly give go.
Oh.
Violation.
Something's not right. They did do what you said, though.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting, the dump back to Toft and then for Holloway to take off and try and score it himself. Unusually, the female matching player taking Holloway. But good scrambling defense here, but there's the shot to the end zone. Brilliant goal for Rory Smith.
Easy open side. They seem confident. They seem like they're in their element. That's 4-1 to Guambats. Only 1 on the board for Foo Fighters. I do think that their small ball game is picking up a little bit. It's getting them out of their tricky situations. But Guam's still able to get their blocks in. Which is impressive, because it's hard to get your hands in there when it's tight quarters without fouling anybody.
Rory Smith with the goal, captain of the Delaware team from Delaware. But here representing the Guambats. Singapore again doing that quick give goal offense, but stifled once more. Sunshine waits no time, all the way to the end zone.
Wow.
Quick as you like. And there we see the Ronaldo Sue celebration. To see not 2 of them.
That was such a quick turnaround. They do seem to like a quick pickup, though. They just get going. And it seems to be... Oh, that's such a good D.
And for the bookends, I think you're allowed go for the Sue celebration when you get the bookends.
All right, 5-1, the last 3 points, all put in by the Guambats. Let's see if they can continue their D roll. really nice pull.
Yeah, Dan Winston uncorks a sensational pull to the back corner ends and went for the roller. And that was upwind.
Yeah, and it just put the Foo Fighters cutters so far away from their handlers. So I don't think they were expecting it to roll that far.
Again, Foo Fighters playing small ball, very small area. I haven't really seen them throw a huck yet, or even throw a particularly very long pass downfield. Again, this tiki-taka small ball looks good at times, but in fairness to Guam, they put a lot of pressure on every single pass.
Yep. I don't think Guam is scared of their away game at all. We're yet to see really consistent away and deep shots from the Foo Fighters.
Moultrie. Again, every pass hotly contested. Hence, there's a shot to the end zone, and Guambats on fire right now as they're up 6-2 against the Foo Fighters.
6-1.
6-1, I should say.
If our scoreboard is to be believed.
Yeah, I think you're right. Wow, what a start for the Guambats. And they're enjoying themselves out there. It's important to note there is literally no wind in Singapore ever. It is definitely not a windy place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably like the least windy country on the planet, or one of them. And as a person who's covered Singapore games many times in my life, I know that not known for playing in the wind. But I think it's just been actually great defense from Guambats and brilliant up the line, standing for kind of very deep in handler space and just attacking that near sideline.
Let's see if Foo Fighters can take another chance. Do a little bit, get a little bit further down the field this time.
Can the Singapore side steady the ship? Nice inside break shot to open up the field to Molly. See Louis, youngest player in this roster. That sky ball being swept up again by the Guam defense. They've been absolutely everywhere.
Big shot.
They're not a friend to send it deep, and great adjustment.
Really good read.
To reel that one down. Boland thought about the deep shot, but here it comes now. And coast to coast.
Oh.
Half looking at his feet, half looking at the disc. No Sioux celebration this time.
He's not happy with it, but he was on that disc. And that's impressive by itself. Just couldn't hold on to it.
Think he was frustrated after that, or?
A bit dramatic. Bit of a drama queen there. You're 6 up. Relax. Getting the movement going. Looking really good so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Line that small ball with Louis, the 19-year-old. Looking downfield is Fuen. Number 33, Fuen with this disc. The team is named after him. Fuen. He is the Foo in the Foo Fighters.
Oh.
On the disc now. Being forced backhand. There's a nice upline shot to Louis. There's a continuation. It just drifts to. Whoa!
That's so unfortunate.
Thought it was bin day as we see the trash collector come in, but just can't get our hands on that one. Molly.
It's probably a little bit damp, I'll say. That disc is probably a little bit damp. Not an awful lot of movement from Guam. They've been on the pitch for a while, to be fair. They've been playing some tight defense.
See Amy Minnick in the front there. She had that great catch early on in this point.
Very tight spacing.
Here comes another deep shot. Looking for Sunshine. That one looks too far.
Yeah, downwind. It's going to get swept.
Matthew Heibel, better known as Sunshine, is 41 years old. Definitely a few
good for him.
Masters, Grandmasters on this Guam side.
Oh, it looks like he trips a little bit.
Over his own age. Not sure why he tripped over there. And looks like we have a timeout called here from Singapore. And as the teams take a timeout, we welcome back to the beautiful beaches of Portimão here at the World Beach Ultimate Club Championships in the mixed division. Guambats off to a flying start against the Foo Fighters from Singapore. Got to meet a wombat over in Australia when I was out there for the Worlds. Pretty fun animals. Got to rub one's belly. Got to see some in the wild as well.
Oh, you got to pet it?
I did get a pet wombat, which is really cool, on the belly, and then it pooped a little.
Oh, was it square?
It was pretty squarish.
Yeah.
Not as square as I was expecting, like a straight cube.
Right, like a polished cube.
I don't know if they have wombats in Guam. I don't think they do. If they do and they're called wombats, I apologize for not knowing that already. So we see this three-person cup set up from Guam. We're definitely kind of a three-person zone. There's a beautiful inside shot that comes bouncing out of the breadbasket.
It's a great find, and it was a great throw. It was not meant to be.
I will. Oh, what a sensational block, but still recovered in the end by the Guambats. That is
just rested on his belly.
Incredible block, an incredible catch, and they're going to feed him again. Oh, and again, he finds himself fighting with the sideline and the disc.
Yeah, that was a very deep shot. Asking a lot. The cup zone is set back up. Seems to be working well, but their match defense has also been working well. So I wonder if this is just a more efficient option on defense. Oh my God, I heard that from here. A resounding thunk against his face? I don't know how he's still standing.
Just take one straight to the chin there, or what exactly happened? I'm not so sure. Here gasps all around the showcase field as they try and pump it in, and UL takes off his glove. About time. Well, Lawrence Sewell has had 3 shots to the goal and not able to come down with that one. Had a great goal earlier on, but Singapore get it back. As he said, not short of the dramatics, old Lawrence. Now a shot to the middle.
Making it through, but can they keep it forward? It'd be great to see them taking advantage of the momentum that they're able to build up.
Louis looking for the inside shot. That one easily swiped away. Lawrence goes deep again. Going deeper than the Mariana Trench as he finds the end zone, and this celebration a little more relaxed than the Cristiano Ronaldo one we saw earlier. Lawrence Sewell gets it eventually on several attempts in that point. More of a relief than a celebration.
Yeah. I'm sure he's glad that that point is finished. That went on for a very long time.
And the Guambats take half.
Oh, we have the
doink in the face there.
He's smiling.
Can't say going for the header is a wise move in Ultimate. And then we have the glove spike.
Not doing him any good. Yeah,
and
we have the
that's not
pass
the
stats.
Cristiano Ronaldo celebration, that one, as he lay dead on the ground.
Foo Fighters starting on O, completing 6 passes, then Guam with 3, then Foo Fighters back with 13, then Guam with another 3, then Foo Fighters with a 2-pass possession, back to Guam for a 4-pass possession. Wait, how can they have 4 possessions if they didn't score? I think I might be reading these numbers incorrectly, but what's interesting here is that the Foo Fighters are consistently having to complete a lot more passes to get anywhere remotely near their end zone, whereas it seems like the Guambats only have eyes for the end zone. And even when they're not completing, I think they're confident that they'll get it back, which they've been pretty successful at so far.
Elaine Lee with the pull now for the Foo Fighters, and it's Guam that's going downwind on offense as we come out in the second half here. Just working around the back now.
Waiting for the opportunity to take the shot. There it comes.
Wilson sends one deep and again into the breadbasket. Brilliant stuff from Guam. Their deep game unstoppable in this game. That is Austin Alfrino with his 2nd goal of the game.
Unstoppable strategy so far. I think I'm yet to see a deep block from the Foo Fighters. Although that was very close. That was a very good effort from Heng.
It's nice to see them helping each other up. It's been a very spirited game so far.
Yeah, not a lot of calls.
See Kate Yeski giving a hug there on the sideline. Yeski, former stat keeper with WFDF at some of our events out here representing the Guambats. Is that like the tactics board on the sand? Is that what's going on there?
Oh, I didn't catch that, but I think I'm hearing the rain picking up on a microphone somewhere.
Yeah, that ASMR rain we have in the background.
Yeah.
That is not an audio track, that is real life rain.
No, we actually did add that in for a more calming viewing experience, if anyone's stressed at home. That was a good way to get out of the zone, but there's just no forward movement. It's stalled again.
Living on the edge here.
There we go.
Blue Fighters often playing with maybe 2-3 handers in the back, a lot of space in front of them, but struggling to get any real pass downfield. There's a shot to the end zone. They get their second goal of the game.
That's great to see.
And the sideline gets pumped up here. They've been waiting a while for that one.
8-2.
And that is Elaine Lee with the goal. Has also played with the Black Widows, who we saw playing earlier today. That one flutters its way to the end zone.
Cutting into the same space, but that's all the more offensive players to throw to. Let's see what kind of defense the Foo Fighters bring out. Wonder what they're going to do about those deep shots.
Yeah, I haven't had too many D-line opportunities in this game. Go for the roller pull out the sideline.
Nice amount of time to set up with.
Yeah, and see if they try and maybe sideline trap it a bit. Very flat force as well, maybe trying to stop that hawk, but a shot through the middle opens it up. Ooh. Sees the deep shot there, that one a little too far.
Lawrence Uhl, is that? Number 7. Getting a little bit too excited. Great reception. Singing it downwind.
As we see, Foo Fighters coming in a vertical stack here, very deep. And players at the back of the stack not really making much cuts.
No, they look very collapsed on the sideline. Not a lot of space to work with, which might be what they want.
They swing it around, look for that continuation.
Not quite able to save it.
Oh, and a rescue return from Yen comes flying through. Looks like it's going to be an accepted foul, though.
That's picked up by Dan Wilson.
See, 2 big layouts, one after another.
It did look like it was stationary in her hands.
Kent's driving down the line. Oh, again, a little big layout, but doesn't stop Wilson reeling that one in.
They are really close on all of these discs. They make the effort, which you have to appreciate. Just not quite able to knock the disc out of the Guambats' hands. That's 9-2 to the Guambats. I believe both teams have used their timeout, so we're just going to play out the rest of this game. You only get one this week.
Just one for the week, is it?
Use it wisely. Yeah, one per team per game.
Wilson almost stumbling there, but kept his composure. And the Wombats seeing the rain right now. Singapore struggling a bit with the old wet clipboard.
Yeah, some clipboarding going on in conditions where you really do have to hold that paper down.
I don't think I've seen Singapore throw a hawk yet this game as well. It just doesn't seem like it's in their DNA.
No. It seems like their players who they have hanging out deep are primarily to make the space under and not to make any opportunity of lazy defenders.
Well, that was a great cut by Bay from the deep space, but again, Singapore cough it up.
I think that's a beautiful reset.
Sunshine swings it around to Williams. To Snyder. Oh, it's a stray disc.
Might might have looked like it was going to sail past, but he made sure to knock it down just in case.
They had a player free deep there at Singapore, but never even thought about sending it. Will be Juliana Williams again to pick it up. Brilliant layout grab. Keeping things moving here, Guam. There's a shot to the end zone again.
That's a great
Finds
throw.
the hole. Brilliant connection.
Very confident throwers on the Guam team.
This time it is Patrick Snyder getting his name on the stat sheet. 39-year-old. I have a feeling Guambats would have a pretty good Masters team. You see that sensational dig out.
Oh, that's such a great flick. Oh, again, a layout D by the Foo Fighters, but just wasn't quite able to get there. Centimeters away, it looks like.
Two now to the Guambats as they're making a bit of a statement here in this mixed division. Having a bit of a nutmeg, choosing not to catch the pull.
Small movements, keeping the disc alive, looking good. This is the kind of play I would expect from Singapore. This is where they look the strongest. A great find through the middle.
Bit of a bump and grind around the disc. Singapore play that small ball. There's quite a lot of people in a small area. Wendy ends up on the sand. She's not too phased though. Again, getting lots of passes in, but not getting much yardage per throw here. You know, often Guam playing with a deep. I don't know if they even need to. Singapore have no intention of throwing more than 10 yards upfield at any one time.
Yeah, bring him under. I think it's looking really nice when they can get some female matching players involved in that dominator set. So it's not quite a dominator.
And popping through the middle. Yen.
Oh. Check back in.
I think there might have been a travel call there, or
they're almost there. Can they hold on and bring it home? I'd love to see them get another one on the board.
27 passes so far in its possession from Singapore. That counter just keeps rising, and there is the turnover. Deep shot is there.
Here it comes.
Launches a big old feathery flick. Well adjusted. Holloway. As you see, Toff come turning down, but great little jab step to get free. Been marked by the 19-year-old.
Takes his eyes off the end zone to reset. Great find.
And a brilliant goal. Was loving that Toft versus Louis matchup. Toft, 46 years old. Louis, 19.
Wow.
Definitely more than double his age. Not far off triple his age.
I think that is one of the beautiful things about Ultimate, is that you see quite a good diversity of players on the pitch. And not in kind of ceremonial roles. You have very talented people of all ages and of all body types as well. I think that's really nice to see. You kind of have smaller players playing their own way, taller players doing their own thing.
I think you definitely have that with Guam. It's kind of a multicultural island. I believe the indigenous people of Chamorro, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm going off information I got back in 2017 after chatting to the Guam team.
That might require a quick Google. You're correct.
People of the Mariana Islands. Chamorro. I did know in 2017 the national team definitely had some Chamorro people on it. There's definitely a lot of American influence on this Guam side as well.
Yeah, it does seem like a more American style of play. Looking downfield, even though, yeah, another turn in these blustery conditions.
Thinks about the deep shot, goes cross field. Picking that one up and throwing it back down again. Definitely did not catch that one.
You have to admire the effort there.
Singapore's up there, 100 pass offense. Deep shot is there. There's acres of space and separation deep, but it's not something they want to do.
So taking the open options. Bit underthrown.
It just feels like death by 100 passes for Singapore at times.
Another nice long under.
Yeski can't dig that one out. She did earlier, can't do it this time.
I think that wind is picking up out there. Those flags look like they're dancing a little bit harder.
Well, that one. Another unforced error for Singapore. Both sides looking a tiny bit tired right now.
No more TOs. Got to play through.
Boland.
Let's see who can keep their wits about them. In a long tiring point.
Playing with three handlers here, Guam, and trying to isolate two cutters downfield. That one goes astray. Just feel like tiredness maybe creeping in to both sides here. Let's see if Foo Fighters can bang in another one. Just struggling to connect on multiple passes. Williams. Boland.
Grabs it this time.
Alfredo, not much options downfield of him, has to go back. The high ball. Yeski.
High disc, but he gets it.
Been a very trustworthy receiver, but
that's another turn.
I think we've had 8 total turnovers in this point so far.
We're a minute away from time cap. A little bit difficult to see through the raindrops. But it's gone down the near sideline. First one of the game.
That is the first hawk, and they have someone usually 10 yards free deep at all times. Singapore, I think Guam have decided they're not going to throw it. It's the first time they've attempted it. Like, particularly on those downwinds, that's not a, you know, this shouldn't be a difficult throw, really.
It's not a bad throw, it just needed to be holstered for that extra second, which is often the case with this, with a strong downwind. And it's why downwind scoring can actually be harder than upwind scoring, despite the reputation for upwind being a more difficult direction. It's actually still really hard to receive discs when they're being zinged at you. 100 kilometers an hour.
See Guam playing with 3 handlers most of the time, and then 1 or 2 cutters downfield And Singapore are definitely bodying them under, forcing them on the unders. They're scared of the deep shot. Here comes a buttery biscuit cross field that eventually is reeled in. There was pressure there, but the Guambats have been taking everything down.
Yeah, they seem to have a lot of confidence.
There might have been a touch on that one as it flutters in the wind, but kept his eyes on the prize.
He was backtracking into that disc.
See Heng walking back to the line there, and a bit deflated, this Singapore team at the moment.
Guambats one away from bringing it home. Oh, it looks like that last point had the most turnovers in any point so far. I think that shows that everyone's probably getting a little bit tired. A little bit rained out. Just figuring out the gender, it looks like.
And it's a big rivalry between the Guambats and the Sandy Sea Squirts. I think the other team from Guam, so big competition there. They also wanted me to mention that Lawrence Yule came in third in the Guam Air Force bodybuilding competition.
Oh, wow. It's impressive. I wouldn't have guessed that bodybuilding is the most compatible sport with Ultimate.
Another brilliant roller pull from Wilson. This one does roll out the back, but puts Singapore in coffin corner, and they'll set up that zone, which has proved very effective for them. And not being given too many options here. Has to go backwards inside his own end zone now.
They're making it to the edges of the cup, but there's nobody further on.
Yeah, as they break that cup, is very rarely a big downfield continuation, but slicing and dicing there was Fu, but now a chance to win the game.
Nope, not yet.
Fu Earn going every other pass now. And oftentimes Singapore work it so well up until this point, and it's been right outside the end zone they've struggled, but there's the shot.
They've done it.
And they get their third goal of the game. Bay celebrates with her team.
That's really lovely to see. Again, a lot of passes, but they made it this time. They stayed close, got momentum. Let's see if the Guambats O-line can finish this game off. Foo Fighters don't have anyone on the line currently. Let's see if they can field a strong D-line to potentially get another one on the board. Make the Guambats fight a little harder to take this game home. You don't want to give it to them too easy. That will be an upwind offense for the Guambats as well.
Now a chance to win the game for the Guambats. Wilson in power position. Very flat forces from Singapore. They're trying to stop that deep game that's been so effective. And now they shoot to Uul, who's chasing this one down.
Oh.
A spin and
I think he'll call that.
a bizarre collision.
Yeah, a lot of spinning happening.
Not sure what exactly happened there. Got caught in the tumble dryer.
Oh. Oh. Great thing about sand is that everyone's coming out of that unharmed.
Sewell has it inside the end zone. He's looking for the dish pass. He wants to reset and catch it himself, and that he does. And he gets the game-winning goal. Thumbs up from Sewell. And the Guambats are hungry, and they've been eating up the points here. 13-3 over the Foo Fighters.
A strong effort from the Foo Fighters. It was nice to see them not give up. It can be easy to do that in a game when you're down 7-1 at half. But getting another 2 points on the board after half, you've got to give it to them.
Lawrence Sewell has been eating up the sand all game long.
Great throw and go. Still holding onto that disc. He's proud of that winning goal, I bet.
And a statement sent out to the Sandy Sea Squirts. The Guambats are here to play ball.
I love the name Sandy Sea Squirts. Very visceral. Are they also in the mixed division?
I believe so. I've never seen Guam outside the mixed division, a Guam team, so I presume so. As we have a look at the game stats here, and you know, Foo Fighters probably had more passes in the game, but you can see their break chances. That's a contrasting figure, 20-1.
Similar clean holds though. I think that says something about the difficulty of the conditions today.
Yeah, but a fantastic win for the Guambats. I do believe we have Steph Rapazzo on site for a quick interview now as we throw down to Steph.
Go to Netherlands, but so was everyone else, and then COVID happened.
I'm here with Matthew Heibel from Guambats after the victory. Great game, congratulations. You guys came out this morning really fired up. It seems like the team was firing on all pistons.
Yeah, we're a little bit worried because the conditions, right? I mean, it's wind, it's rain, and that's sometimes an equalizer. But I think we did well just being a little bit smarter. Our game yesterday was too many hucks, too much kind of giveaways, and we timed the lines. We made sure throws were in or out, right? When practice, we were like, okay, let's catch it, 1, 2, hold on to it and move. And the difference was, you know, Singapore's a great team. I just think they had more errors and we were able to capitalize. We actually switched our normal O-line captain to D-line so that when we got a turn, we could do a quick break. And then I'm the normal D-line captain. We switched us to O-line to do a 3-handler set, a little bit of shorter give and go stuff. And that strategy really, really worked for us today. Mostly it was just grind, right? You guys have played these sort of zone heavy, windy, rainy points, and it's sometimes just who wants it more, who grinds out, and when you get a turn, can you capitalize? So we did a great job on that today.
Well done. You guys adjusted well to the conditions today. Looking forward, a little uncertainty with the weather, but progressing into the tournament, what's the focus for the team going ahead?
Yeah, it's great to get a first win, right? When you're a team like us who is maybe not expected to finish in the top 5, top 10, to get a first win under your belt, to know that we can play with any team in our group, I think gives us a lot of confidence. It's not my first Worlds, it's a lot of people's first Worlds on the team, and to know that we can play from a tiny island and play with people that maybe practice a lot more, maybe played a lot longer, huge confidence boost. I think our bracket's kind of wide open. The scores have been all over the place. And so we're looking forward to getting some W's and seeing if we can make some noise.
Excellent stuff. Congratulations, Matthew Sunshine Heibel from Guambats with the win.
Thanks very much.
Well, congratulations to the Guambats on their big win here, 13-3. What a brilliant performance from the team from Guam. Singapore got a lot of passes, but just couldn't find the end zone at times. Playing that small ball was just stifling defense, particularly at the start of that game. Some brilliant blocks from the likes of Holloway and Moultrie. Any big standouts for you, Nas?
I like that Guam had eyes for the end zone, and you got to appreciate that. You know, they're not wasting time. They're making shots. They're coming off with most of them. You know, what's the phrase that I'm looking for? Oh my God. That is such a brutal collision with the disc.
Well, it gets better every time, though,
Yeah.
doesn't it? One of the first headers I've ever seen in an Ultimate.
Yeah.
I think that was a big difference. You see, just Guam had the nose for the end zone, are quick to punish. Singapore getting a lot of passes. This is one of their very few goals of the game, but big performance from Sunshine, getting 6 assists in that one. The left-handed player living in Prague now always wants to send it.
A lot of close defensive pressure from the Foo Fighters. They're not far from the blocks.
Congratulations to the Guambats taking that win 13-3 over Foo Fighters from Singapore.
Well done to all. Tough game, but I think some fun was had.
Thank you. Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.
Have you ever loved something that doesn't love you back? One More Year, the ultimate graphic novel, now available on Amazon.
Yeah, it's really the size of it. Dry.
Have you ever loved something that doesn't love you back? One More Year, the ultimate graphic novel, now available on Amazon.